Thus spoke Zarathustra was written in 1880 by the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. Nietzsche himself described the work as the deepest ever written. What is the last man according to the Nietzsche Zarathustra? The last man is tired of life, takes no risk, and seek only comfort and security. Was Zarathustra is a real person? Zoroaster or Zarathustra was an ancient prophet who lived in Persia. He founded a religion named Zoroastrian. Most scholars agree that Zoroaster was a real person who lived long ago. No one is certain about the time when he lived. Zarathustra is a sage and a prophet who has a great love of humanity. Because of this love, he desires to leave the solitude of his mountain home to teach others the great truth he has discovered, the truth of the Overman. We might now understand why Nietzsche so regularly talks about the struggle, suffering, and self-overcoming necessary for becoming an overman. Zarathustra ascends to the highest mountain and waits there for people to come to him. On his search, Zarathustra encounters two kings on the road who was driving an ass. They have abandoned their kingdom as they have been made nauseous by the good society of mediocre people who are eager only to please and to enjoy small pleasures. The kings are delighted when Zarathustra tells them he is searching for the highest man. Zarathustra directs them to his cave and invites them to wait for him there. Zarathustra is essentially a man who praises laughter and who is able even to laugh at himself. We can approach Nietzsche's philosophy as a whole, and Zarathustra in particular, by grasping the principle of the will to power as the fundamental drive of all things. Everything must obey something, and if one cannot obey oneself, one must obey someone else. True freedom is only granted to those who can command themselves. The will to power does not apply only to being, but also to ideas. Religion, morality, truth, and other concepts are all subject to the same struggle for power that dominate life. Because all things are characterized by a constant struggling, striving, and overcoming, nothing can remain fixed in place for too long. All things are constantly changing. Those who strive against this spirit of change are striving against life and thus are clearly sick and weak and wanting to escape from life. Zarathustra urges his disciples to choose their own path. He wants to inspire the people but not to lead them. Zarathustra reflects that in all one's journey, one ultimate experience only oneself. All discovery in self-discovery. Now he prepares for his most difficult journey yet. Nietzsche valued struggle and hardship, since the road toward the overman is difficult and requires a great deal of sacrifice. The struggle towards the overman is often symbolically represented as climbing a mountain, and the light-hearted free spirit of the overman is often represented through laughter and dance. Zarathustra is harshly critical of all kinds of mass movements and of the rebel in general. Nationalism and mass politics are also means by which weak or sick bodies try to escape from themselves. Those who are strong enough, Zarathustra suggests struggle. Those who are not strong give up and turn to religion, nationalism, democracy, or some other means of escape. What are the three motor forces? Why is each stage necessary to the creation of an overman? The first stage is that of the camel, who burden himself with every difficulty and ponderous. The second stage is that of the lion, who is fiercely independent and refuses to obey anyone but himself. The third stage is that of the child, who is innocent, fresh, and creative. The child represents the final state of the overman, who is able to create new values and a new way of seeing, as if he were never influenced by the past. To reach the goal, he must first be a camel and struggle himself against the old values and the old way that he was born into. He then must be a lion and reject all those old ways of seeing. Only once these old values and old ways of seeing have been struggled against and rejected can the overman, like a child, create things anew. The symbol of the overman also includes to Nietzsche notion of self-mastery, self-cultivation, self-direction, and self-overcoming. Zarathustra declares, I teach you the overman. Man is something that shall be overcome. What have you done to overcome him? The overman, a self-mastered individual who has achieved his full power, is an almost omnipresent idea. In thus spoke Zarathustra. The will to power is the fundamental component of the human identity. Everything we do is an expression of the will to power. The will to power is a psychological analysis of the human action. Silence is worse. All truth that are kept silent become poisonous. Another place he wrote, become who you are. There is more wisdom in your body than in your deepest philosophy. Another place Nietzsche wrote, but the worst enemy you can meet will always be yourself. Another place Nietzsche wrote, he who climbs upon the highest mountains laughs at all tragedies, real or imaginary. He who obeys does not listen to himself. Nietzsche wrote, he who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow.